Look at your life. Look at the wreckage of time behind you. The years you squandered. Years that could have made you unstoppable. If you had just committed, just locked in for the last 2 years, your entire bloodline could be free. But you didn't. You coasted. You let distractions rot away the time you can never reclaim. And now, here you are, asking why you're still drowning in mediocrity. Look back at the choices you made. The wasted nights, the empty days, the excuses that let you off the hook. Self-reflection separates the wolves from the sheep. The grandmasters of chess, they review every move. The greatest fighters, they watch every match, analyzing every mistake. And you? Do you even have the spine to look in the mirror and own your failures? If you had done what needed to be done, you would not be where you are. You would not be trapped in this cage of insignificance. Instead, you let yourself decay. You let your name fade before it was ever spoken. You let your future die before it was even born. Tell me, what's the excuse? Think of the countless hours you poured into meaningless relationships, into people who did nothing for your future. Think of the nights wasted listening to their nonsense, distracting yourself from the work that could have made you legendary. But here's the truth. There are no time machines. There is only the brutal reality staring you in the face. The world doesn't care about your excuses. No one is coming to save you. If you're not furious at yourself, if you don't feel the weight of your wasted potential crushing your chest, then you're already dead inside. And yet, here you are, still breathing. So what now? Are you going to repeat the cycle? Are you going to rot in the same mediocrity? Or will you rip yourself out of it? If you want freedom, if you want power, then act like it. No more waiting, no more wishing. Just relentless action. You had your chance. You had your time to do the work, and you let it slip away. But now is your only shot at redemption. No more pleading for motivation. No more waiting for inspiration. Your only option is to move. If you don't act, if you don't sacrifice, if you don't burn away every excuse, then your failure is inevitable. And when you're gasping for air on your deathbed, when your body is weak and your mind is filled with regret, tell me, what excuse will you give for the monumental failure of your existence? What words will you mutter when your name is forgotten, when your legacy is nothing but dust? The time for mercy is over. Your future is under attack, and the only way to reclaim it is to lock in, destroy every distraction, and build something that cannot be erased. This world does not reward the weak. It does not wait for those who hesitate. It rewards those who take what they want with both hands. And if you're still waiting for permission to rise, consider this your final warning. It's time to move. It's time to dominate. It's time to become something that no one can ignore. Because if you don't, the next 2 years will pass, just like the last, and you will remain nothing. Every second that slips through your fingers is a debt you will never repay. Do you understand that? Every hour wasted, every day surrendered to laziness, every opportunity ignored, it compounds into an inescapable weight, pressing down on your chest. Time is the only currency that cannot be earned back. Every billionaire, every world champion, every legend that walked this earth has the same 24 hours as you. The only difference is how they spent them. And you? What have you done? Scroll mindlessly, watch garbage, entertain distractions that do nothing for you. You have fed yourself poison, and now you wonder why you are weak. you wonder why your life is devoid of power. It is because you have wasted your most valuable asset, time. Every second you let slip away is a second your enemies use to sharpen their blades. They are training. They are investing. They are studying, growing, expanding, becoming monsters in their field while you sit and drown in your own lack of discipline. Do you think the universe rewards those who waste its most sacred gift? It does not. Either you take time and forge it into something unbreakable, or you let it bury you beneath the weight of your own inaction. There is no in-between. Lesson 1. The time you kill is killing you. Look at the clock. The second hand ticks forward, dragging your life with it. Every moment that passes is a moment you will never get back. And yet, you waste it. You burn it away on distractions, excuses, and meaningless indulgences. You let time slip through your fingers like sand, oblivious to the fact that every wasted second is an attack on your future. Tell me, how much longer do you think you have? How many more hours will you waste scrolling, sleeping in, putting things off until tomorrow, as if you own time itself? You don't. Time is not yours to command. It moves whether you are ready or not. It does not slow down. It does not wait. And it sure as hell does not care if you are unprepared. And yet, here you are, treating it like it's infinite. Your greatest enemy is your own indifference. You think you can afford to waste time? You think you can put your goals on hold because you don't feel like working today? Let me tell you something. Your feelings are irrelevant. The world does not pause for your laziness. Opportunity does not sit around waiting for you to get your act together. Every second you waste is a second you are feeding your competition. While you sleep, they grind. While you procrastinate, they execute. While you sit paralyzed by indecision, they win. And one day, you will look back at the years you threw away, the time you murdered with your own hands, and you will realize you could have had everything, but you chose nothing. The price of wasted time is your future. Think about what you want. Really think. The wealth, the power, the freedom. Imagine it. Feel it. Now understand that every wasted second pulls you further from it. Time is currency, but unlike money, once you spend it, it's gone forever. Every wasted second is theft from yourself. You steal from your future self every time you choose distractions over discipline. You rob your own destiny when you delay the work you know you need to do. You are the thief of your own greatness. And when you finally wake up, when you finally realize what you have done, it will be too late. Control your time or be owned by it. You have two choices. Either you master time or time masters you. Track every hour. Audit your day like your life depends on it. Because it does. Every action you take should serve a purpose. Every moment should bring you closer to your goal. If it doesn't, eliminate it. Cut it out like a disease before it spreads and rots everything you could have been. The weak live in reaction. They drift, mindless, slaves to their own distractions. The strong live with intention. They command their time. They dictate their days. They bend the clock to their will. Which one are you? Your life is a sand timer, and it's running out. The clock doesn't stop. Your time is vanishing, and you have a decision to make. Will you continue to waste what little you have left? Or will you take control and turn every second into a weapon? Make no mistake, this is your war, and time is the battlefield. Dominate it, master it, or be forgotten. Lesson 2. Discipline, the fire that forges gods. You think success is about talent, about luck, about some magical force that picks certain people and grants them power, wealth, and freedom? Wrong. The only thing that separates the weak from the strong, the forgettable from the legendary, is discipline. And you either have it or you don't. You either train it like an unbreakable weapon, or you remain a slave to comfort, to weakness, to your own pathetic excuses. Discipline is painful. It is the voice that tells you to get up when your body begs for rest. It is the force that drags you to the gym when your mind screams for comfort. It is the iron will that makes you work when everyone else is wasting time. Wake up or stay dead. Do you know why you keep losing? Why your goals remain distant fantasies instead of tangible victories? Because you refuse to suffer for them. You refuse to embrace the pain of discipline. So instead, you suffer the agony of failure. Look at your mornings. Do you wake up early, ready to attack the day? Or do you lie in bed, scrolling, delaying, convincing yourself you'll start tomorrow? Tomorrow is a lie. It is the drug of the weak, the false comfort of those who will never achieve anything. You either wake up and seize the day like a predator, or you crawl through life like prey, waiting for scraps. Your mind is a weak animal. Tame it or be devoured. Your mind will resist you. It will whisper, "Sleep in." It will tell you, "Take a break." It will scream, "You've done enough." Crush that voice. You must train yourself like a beast, like a machine, like an unstoppable force that does not bend to impulse. Set routines that chain you to progress. Wake up at the same time. Push your body to its limits. Discipline your thoughts. Destroy every weakness inside you. Because if you don't, your mind will own you. And a mind that is undisciplined is a mind that is ruled by distractions, temptations, and regret. Discipline is the price of greatness. You want success? Prove it. Wake up early. Cut out distractions. Train harder. Work longer. Keep pushing when every fiber of your being begs you to stop. Because this world does not care about your dreams. It only rewards those who are disciplined enough to make them real. Without discipline, you are nothing. Just another name in the sea of mediocrity, another wasted potential, another ghost in the making. With discipline, you become untouchable. You become relentless. You become a force of nature. You have two choices: suffer the pain of discipline, or suffer the pain of regret. One leads to greatness. The other leads to nothing. Decide. Now. Lesson 3. Cut them off, or be dragged to the bottom. Look around you. Look at the people in your life. The ones you talk to, the ones you spend time with, the ones you let inside your mind. Now ask yourself, are they sharpening your blade or dulling it? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Are they feeding your ambition or poisoning it with their mediocrity? Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they let the wrong people stay too close for too long. Your circle is your fate. If you surround yourself with the lazy, you will become lazy. If you tolerate the small-minded, you will think small. If you let parasites latch onto you, they will drain you until there's nothing left. And by the time you realize it, it will be too late. You will look back at your life and see the wasted years, the lost opportunities, the dreams that rotted away because you let the wrong people whisper in your ear. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. You need killers around you. People who think bigger than you, who push harder than you, who make you feel like you aren't doing enough. If If you are the smartest, the hardest working, the most driven person in your circle, then you are in the wrong circle. Get around those who make you uncomfortable. Get around those who make you question if you're even trying hard enough. And the rest? Cut them off. Yes, even the childhood friends, even the family members who drain your energy, even the ones who mean well, but are dragging you down with their fear, their excuses, their weakness. Loyalty is earned, not given. Stop being loyal to people who are not loyal to your future. Stop keeping people around because of history. History means nothing if your future is at risk. The only thing that matters is where you are going. And if someone is not actively helping you get there, then they are a liability. And liabilities are dead weight. Make the hard choice now, or pay the price. Later. You can ignore this. You can pretend it doesn't matter. You can let the wrong people stay in your life. But know this, you will pay for it. They will slow you down. They will plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They will turn your fire into smoke until one day you wake up and realize you never made it because you let the wrong people keep you small. So decide. Audit your circle. Cut out the weak. Surround yourself with the strong. Or stay exactly where you are and let them drag you to the bottom. Lesson 4. The unexamined life is a living death. Look around you. Look at your life. Look at the person you are today. This is the sum of your decisions. Every choice you made, every failure, every missed opportunity, every wasted moment has led you right here. And if you are not where you want to be, if you are still trapped in mediocrity, then there is only one reason. You have refused to face the truth about yourself. You lie to yourself. You make excuses. You tell yourself it wasn't your fault, that life is unfair, that the world is against you. But deep down, you know the truth. You are your greatest enemy. And until you have the courage to look at yourself with ruthless honesty, you will stay weak. You will stay lost. You will stay exactly where you are, rotting in the prison of your own making. Face the mirror or stay blind. The difference between the great and the forgotten is simple. Self-reflection. Winners study every move they make. They analyze their failures like a surgeon cutting into flesh, dissecting every mistake, extracting every lesson. Losers, they run. They distract themselves. They avoid the mirror. They drown in entertainment, in meaningless conversations, in mindless distractions. Anything to escape the truth that they are the problem. But you cannot outrun yourself. The only way forward is through the fire, through brutal, unflinching, merciless self-examination. No growth without pain. You want to be great? Then tear yourself apart. Take every failure and rip it open. What did you do wrong? How did you hesitate? Where did you fall short? What weakness inside you led to your defeat? Then fix it. Burn the excuses. Cut out the habits that keep you weak. Destroy the version of yourself that let you down. Because if you are not growing, you are dying. Weak men blame. Strong men adapt. The world doesn't care about your reasons. It doesn't care about your justifications. It only cares about results. You either learn, evolve, and sharpen yourself into an unbreakable force, or you fade into nothingness, another casualty of weakness. The choice is simple. Analyze your every move. Study your patterns. Identify your failures. Learn from the pain. Let it carve you into something harder, stronger, relentless. Adapt and eliminate weakness. Change what must be changed. Burn what must be burned. Repeat. Forever. This is not a one-time thing. This is a way of life. A warrior never stops refining his blade. A king never stops fortifying his kingdom. If you are not constantly evolving, you are already decaying. Look in the mirror or die in the dark. The truth is waiting for you. It has always been there, but it is up to you to face it. You can keep running, keep avoiding, keep numbing yourself with distractions. But one day, time will run out. And when that day comes, you will either stand tall, a refined, unstoppable force, or you will die with regret, knowing that you could have been so much more. The mirror does not lie. So look into it, or stay blind forever. Lesson 5. Hesitation is the death of greatness. How many times have you stood on the edge of a decision, paralyzed? How many opportunities have passed you by because you were too afraid to act? How many times have you killed your own future because you hesitated? You think you have time. You think you can wait, plan, prepare. But time is not yours to control. It moves forward with or without you. And every second you hesitate is a second you hand over to someone else who is willing to take what you were too scared to claim. Fear will steal everything from you. You tell yourself you'll start when you're ready, when you have more information, when the conditions are perfect, when you feel confident. Lies. That day will never come. You will never feel ready. You will never feel like you have enough knowledge, enough resources, enough certainty. And while you wait, the bold move, the strong rise, and the decisive take everything you were too afraid to reach for. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Fear will keep you in the same job you hate, the same relationships that drain you, the same cycle of regret and mediocrity until you die with your potential still locked inside you. Move now, or be left behind forever. Hesitation is a slow death. Every moment you delay, you are slipping deeper into a pit you will never climb out of. And do you know the worst part? No one is coming to save you. No one will pull you up. No one will push you forward. The only one who can break you free is you. And the only way to do that is to act. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for clarity. Stop hoping for certainty. Make the decision. Take the risk. Move. Because hesitation will cost you everything. The world only rewards the bold. Look around you. The ones who win, the ones who succeed, the ones who own their lives. They are not the ones who played it safe. They are the ones who moved when others froze, who spoke when others stayed silent, who took the leap while everyone else was still deciding whether or not to jump. Life does not reward the timid. It does not favor the hesitant. It belongs to those who seize it with both hands, who refuse to wait, who are willing to act when others choke in fear. There is no tomorrow. You think you have time? You think there will be another chance? That's the biggest lie of all. Tomorrow is a fantasy. It does not exist. The only thing that is real is this moment, right now. So what will you do? Will you stay paralyzed, trapped in the cycle of hesitation and regret? Or will you finally step forward, take control, and refuse to let fear rob you ever again? The weak hesitate. The strong act. Which one are you? If you've made it this far, then you already know. You're not like the rest. You're not here for comfort, for soft words, or for excuses. You're here because something inside you refuses to stay weak. To those who keep coming back, to those who are already walking this path, I see you. I respect you. You've already chosen to embrace the fire, to break free from the chains that hold most people down. Keep pushing. Keep growing. Keep becoming the force you were meant to be. And to the new ones, the ones just now waking up, the ones who feel the fire starting to burn but haven't fully committed yet, this is your moment. This is your chance to break free. But understand this, there is no halfway. You either step into the GrimFace movement and take control of your life, or you stay behind with the weak, the hesitant, the forgotten. So make your choice. If you're ready to stop hesitating, to stop wasting time, and to start becoming something unstoppable, then hit that subscribe button. Join the GrimFace movement. Lock in and never look back. We're moving forward. Are you coming with us?